Alright, I wanna show you a problem I've been having recently. This is a 2014 or 15 Hyundai Santafe. I bought it brand new. It only has 56k kilometers on it. The problem is when I put the car in park and then press the ignition button, it doesn't go to off position, and so it doesn't lock up the cars, and it says shift to P in the dash. All right, this is a problem I've been having. So I read online that the problem lies in this part of the car. This is the shift gear for the automatic transmission. There's a plastic part here that apparently it is too long, and it's preventing the gear selector to do its thing. So I'm gonna tear it apart, and we'll see if it. All right, guys, I managed to yank the shift lever up. You gotta take it off to be able to put it service it. The way you do it is put the car in N, and I disconnected the battery just in case that it releases my handbrake, or it pops some of the airbags up. You never know. So you put it in N and you yank on it very hard in up position while pressing the this button that locks the shift key, shift lever. All right, you press this like this and yank on it. It requires a lot of force upwards. All right. All right, guys, I pulled off the sheath or the cover of the gear selector. It comes out from these parts. These parts. There are plastic rivets, so be careful. It's not rivets. It's some kind of I don't know the word in English. So it comes out, and the seems like the guy was right. There's a white plastic part here, and I'm gonna check put the battery on the car and check if it works without the lever, and if it solves my problem, then I will proceed to shorten this by about a millimeter. So let's go. So yeah, guys, I tried to start the car and put it in the P and turn it off. It worked one time, so I just wanted to film it and confirm it by repeating it a few more times. All right, now it's in P and the ignition is on. It should turn off and show the off logo here. All right, let's go. I'm pressing the brake pedal. All right, 1 2 3. Brilliant, it's working now. All right, let's check it a few more times without starting the car. All right, my brake. All right, let's see if it works this time. Yes. All right, let's check it a few more times. Put the car on. It wasn't working at all. Like it seems like it's fixed right now. All right, let's put it in P. Depress the brake pedal and put it in off. Yes, it's working. So yeah, guys, it seems to be it seems like the problem lies in here. It seems like it's too high, and it's not letting the this part be totally depressed. So I will try to fix it now and show you the results. All right, I tried to troubleshoot it more systematically so I can make sure that it will be fixed and it won't come back again, and I don't have to reassemble it and disassemble it again. All right, what I'm doing now is pressing this button and put it in park, but depressing it ever so slightly, and turning the car off to see that if it turns off or it just stays in ACC like before. Right, I don't have any more hands left, so I gotta do this like this. All right, it seems like yes, my hypothesis was correct. It's not letting the car go off while holding this plastic lever here. All right, let's check it. Goes to off when I let my hand go and let it rest in its resting position. All right, let's check it. It goes off, on, and on. Yes, off. So it seems like this part is the problem. Somehow it's this part of this gear knob is not letting the lever to completely be depressed. Now, upon closer inspection on this shifting gear handle thingy, I found out that there's a excess piece of spring. I guess there's a metallic part that is protruding out this part, that it's not letting this switch rest in this direction. It's not letting it bottom out. So let's disassemble it and see what's what. So I managed to pull this piece of metal out. It seems like it's broken from this part, but this end, but it's not broken from this end. My best guess is it's some kind of return spring for this switch, but I tested out. I put a stick in here to simulate the white part of the gear selector, and it pushes this up by itself. So I don't know why they had to put this little spring in here. My guess is there's a bigger clock type spring inside, and this part is broken from repeated operation, which it's not a very good design. It shouldn't be doing that, but now this works fine. I don't want to disassemble it any further. I don't want to mar the surface up. I couldn't find any disassembly guide for this gear knob because these are so cheap and you can buy them easily. So at this point, I will just try to assemble it back in the car and see if this spring makes a difference or not. If it doesn't work by itself, I have to open the gear knob to examine further. So okay, I reassembled the gear shifter knob without the spring on it. I just took out the broken spring part with a pans. You can do it with a toothpick. It's very easily coming out in my case, and you don't even need to disassemble anything. You can just pick it out from here. So let's see if it works or not. Car is on, engine is on. Let's shift it to reverse. Yes, it's all right. So when it's in gear, when it's in D, it doesn't have any slack on this switch, but when it's in N, when it's in R, it has a little bit of slack on it, but not in N, not in P. So the spring only was to relieve some of that slack when you put it in R or reverse. So I don't mind that. Let's put on the handbrake and try shutting it off to see if that changes anything. Yes, it turned out to be fixed now. All right, let's check it a couple of more times. Then very aggressively, so if it breaks, it might as well break right now, because I'm not in any mission critical place. All right, let's see if it turns off again. All right, it seems like it was just a little piece of spring stuck in this part of that switch, and it wasn't allowing this switch to be depressed all the way this way. So I took it out. It works fine, but as I said, it has a little bit of slack on this button, only on reverse. I don't even mind that. I can't get these parts new here. I live in Iran. It's very hard. So my recommendation for you when you encounter this sort of problem with your Sonata or Santafe is check to see if there's anything stuck in here, and it's preventing this button to go all the way down. And you can easily do that by putting the car in let's see, you can do that by putting the car in D, pressing the handbrake to be safe, and you can examine it here. Have I done this before? I would have solved it with a toothpick in like 30 seconds without even have to be opening this up. So check this first, then go to your mechanic, I guess. This whole assembly with the gear shifter knob and this part is less than $30. You can buy it with the spring attack, but what is the chance of that breaking again? What if it's a manufacturing problem that only some people are experiencing? What if it breaks when you on a vacation or something, that you can't turn your car off? I mean, I don't the only problem with without having that spring here is when I press it in the when I put the car in reverse, there's a little bit of slack. I don't mind that. I rather my car to be working reliably. So take what you take from this video. I guess it's a shitty design, it's a bad design. So I hope this video helps somebody. I couldn't find any videos or guides on what this problem might be. I figured it out by reading the service manual, and some guy posted on a forum about the Sonata the Hyundai Sonata having the same problem. He said that you have to shorten that plastic part on inside this gear selector assembly that protrudes out to the gear knob. I'm not recommending that, because if you do that, when you press this button that pushes on that white piece of plastic to release the mechanism to shift it, it's too short now. It might not be able to shift because you shortened it, and you're probably pressing that like this way. It might work. My recommendation is to check your gear knob. Don't just shorten that, because the entire gear selector assembly is much more complex. It requires to disassemble this whole console to come out, and it's not very expensive, but the time required to change that is much more than time required to change this shift knob. I hope this video helps. Thanks for stopping by, I guess.